Hello and welcome back to the Click360 instructional video series. In our previous video, we were talking about scoring coworkers on competencies. So we're going to follow that up today with how to review that data and how we can kind of compile all that in a couple of different ways. So I'm going to show you two main different ways to go about it. And I'll start with the one, so we're back here at our homepage, employee homepage. I'm just going to go ahead and click this My Reports tab right here. And what that's going to do is going to bring me to this page where I can see a couple different things right from here. So in this case, I'm logged in as an employee who does not have any subordinates. So if I just come in here to this employee tab, the only one that's going to show up is myself. So if I do select myself and click search, you'll see that I have the at a glance option to see which performance model I'm attached to, which ones I have scores on, what those are at currently, as well as the option to export a report about that data. And so what that looks like, I'll go ahead and show you what I've got. When you click export, you'll get this PDF two-pager normally with a couple different explanations of the data. So when we're starting here, we're seeing what we call our four-box model. And so what that's intended to do is kind of give you a very at-a-glance expression of where you are in relation to your coworkers. So the cool thing about this is it's able to keep everybody anonymous, but at the same time show you kind of how you compare to everybody else in your organization. So you'll see me not having anybody that reports up to me. The only person's name that I see here is mine. And so I'm that little yellow dot right there. I see there are people better than me, and I see there are people lower than me. So that explains that part of it. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll see that we have all of our different competencies that we already talked about in our last video, and you'll be able to see, how they were scored and how they were scored by the different groups of people based on their relationship to me. Now, this first column, this average column, will show you how you in general compare to the rest of the people in this performance model, broken out by statement. So you're able to see that. And so this is just another way to kind of give you a good feel for what's happened, what is in place currently, what you think of yourself, what others think of you. So just something to help review there. And so I think that is good, the best way if you are an employee with few or no direct reports, is going through that process here. If you see this other tab up here, competency score, this is just going to show me whatever I have been attached to. If I click search, it'll just give me that very much broken out based on the individual competencies here, to where I don't have to necessarily go to the full report, but really be able to see, how I'm standing in regards to my scoring. All right. Or if you did have, direct reports, they would show up here as well. So again, trying to keep things at a glance and very digestible whenever we can. Now, the other way that I would tell you to, a good way to evaluate this data would be to come down here on our left-hand menu and click this four-box model tab. And when I do that, it's going to be a little bit of what you saw on that report that I just showed you. But if I go to that same performance model here and click search, I'll then be able to see, again, a little bit more with the, the peers and their relations as far as performance and everything. I can see that this one, they're doing really well in their competencies, not as great in their goals, but it is just another digestible piece of content there. And then what I also like the idea here is, if you're a manager, you'll be able to then kind of see, everybody together and be able to export as many reports as you want. And if you do want all of these reports in kind of one spot, you can click the export button up here. And what that'll do is that'll generate a Excel file that then has these employees and their results broken out by sheet on that Excel workbook. So that's just kind of how we like to review the data. Again, like I said, my kind of buzzwords there are digestible and kind of at a glance. So just something to help everybody kind of assess themselves as well as their organizational tree. So, yep. So I think that'll do it for this video. So feel free to come back and we'll dive deeper on another module. All right. Thanks.